Hi, I'm Rick Jones. I'm seated in front of a fond memory. This is a 1983 Baldwin Hamilton studio upright and a really pretty pecan cabinet with a matching factory bench. The piano is flawless. Looks absolutely brand new. It has this key cover. And why it's a fond memory is because I used to service many Baldwins. I worked for a company for a while that sold Baldwins new, and I was their field technician. Also in the homes, they were just indestructible. Great pianos, American pianos. They were a rival for Steinway, in my opinion, for almost 100 years. Terrific piano. There's some famous artists that owned them and toured with them. If you just do a deep dive and type in Baldwin piano artists, you'll be amazed with the names, the big names that are out there. This has, it's tall enough to give you a really good bass. It has a huge area for your music here. It goes all the way across. You can put a ton of music on it. And click the slideshow presentation next to this video. Paul takes really good pictures. A little blue button, View Slideshow. You can scroll through the pictures as you're watching me play it and demo it. I'll give you, for teachers out there, the tone and touch analysis. And it has a matching factory bench, opens and stores music, and it just looks brand new. And a really pretty pecan satin wood finish. Put this on a hardwood floor, it's going to sound fantastic. Because it's an American piano, I'll play a lot of Americana kind of music on it. Magnificent. wonderful tone. For teachers, the tone and touch rating from 1 to 10. Tone, it would be 1 would be very mellow, 10 would be extremely bright. I'd give it a 6. Touch, 1 being super light touch, 10 being unplayably heavy. I would give it a 4. It has a light touch, not heavy. Not as light as my piano. I grew up on a Wurlitzer Spinet with a feather light action. I don't know how we learned to play on that thing. So this is all you need to get going with the lessons. This should motivate you. Hopefully you can put it on a hardwood floor and just it'll blast around the house. You know, pianos are not for the meek. They got hammers hitting the strings. It's meant to be heard. So hopefully you have this place where you can put this, because it'll just explode on a hardwood floor. It'll sound fantastic. You have to put it on carpet, so what? But it's a really nice piano, nice to look at, beautiful piece of furniture, unique. You rarely ever see pecan. There's several ways you can go about this. Hopefully you'll come see us. We're open 7 days a week. You don't need an appointment. Just come, just GPS Rick Jones Pianos. We're 1 mile from the Washington Capitol Beltway at the 1 o'clock position of the Beltway. So we're very easy from Baltimore, very easy from Northern Virginia. DC, no problem. A lot of people will take the green line to the Greenbelt stop. It's the last stop on the Green Line. Get an Uber or a Lyft, and we'll pay for it. We have an account with both, and we'll pay for your Lyft or your Uber ride. We'll reimburse you, whether you buy a piano or not. It's only 5 miles, that station. So talk about an easy way to get here from DC, and people do it all the time. The second way would be to call us with any questions and order it over the phone. The third way would be using our shopping cart. You know, the shopping cart is very simple. You just drag it into the shopping cart and pay for it. If you're within 100 miles, and a liberal 100-mile radius of Beltsville, Maryland, it's free delivery. But if you're watching this video from Texas or Ohio or California or anywhere in the country where we ship to and have been shipping for 45 years, just drag it into the shopping cart. You're not obligated to pay for it then, but it'll pop up a screen with the alphabet of your state. Look up your state. It'll give you the exact fixed cost of getting this piano in your home and upright. And you'll see it's not expensive at all when you consider what you'd have to pay for something comparable to this new. And we have a nationwide network of piano technicians that will take care of you. They'll take care of your home, your floors. We get rave reviews about our piano movers, and they work together, they network, and they'll do anything for us, because we used to be piano movers and we used to have our own fleet of trucks, and I know how tough a job it is. I know how a lot of piano dealers don't pay them on time or pay them never, and we pay them right on time. They'll do anything for us. So we have this nationwide network, and they work together to get the piano in your home safely and quickly. Then the second thing is we tune it right before it leaves. You have up to 6 months to get it tuned for free. You're wasting your free tuning if you have it done right away. Let it settle in and acclimate. That gives us plenty of times, whether you're local or long distance, to find a really good, competent piano technician that will service this piano throughout and beyond the 10-year warranty period. They would love working on this piano. There's no false beats in it. It's very easy to tune. It's very clear to listen to. The tuning pins are tight. It'll make the piano technician look good. But what's more important, it's going to make you and your children look good, because if you learn to play on this piano, you never need another piano. You can always upgrade later. This is $28.98. So down the road, if you ever want a bigger upright or a grand, and let's say it's $38.98, well then you owe me $1,000, and then you get all your money back on this. And if you're within 100 miles, it's free removal and free delivery. You're waving goodbye to the one as the other one's coming. This is all in writing. I've had that warranty for 45 years, and a 10-year-old child can figure out my warranty, right? So do one of those 3 things, and we'll get it there, and we'll take care of you as if you were right around the corner. And to prove it, go to our testimonial page at the top and type in your state. You're watching this video from Louisiana or Nebraska or any of the lower 48 states, type in your state. Type in Washington State. That's about as far away from Beltsville, Maryland as you can get, and Seattle. And we have pianos on houseboats in Seattle. So people will, and there's thank you letters from there. So just go to our testimonial page, type in your state, and start reading what people say about us. Go to Google reviews, Yelp reviews, go to the AI platforms, ChatGPT or Grok, and do a deep dive on Rick Jones pianos. We really take care of the customer. And we do a thorough action regulation to make the piano play well. You should do a deep dive on that as well. It's a very intensive process to get the piano to play really well. And it's heartbreaking. You know, people go out and they'll buy some cheesy Craigslist piano or something on eBay that's falling apart, and they don't know any better, and they hand it to the child and say, here you go, start to learn how to play, and the thing's playing like crap, and the child doesn't know it's their fault. They're they don't know. And some notes, if they're playing really bad, like they're uneven, not uniform, they'll quit taking, and yeah, well, we knew he wasn't going to take. Just, you have to have the piano playing well, and we do that before the piano leaves here. It's called action regulation, and teachers insist on it, but most of the stores don't do it, in my opinion, having worked for them for years. So even new pianos, they come out of the crate and they're stiff, the parts are all swollen up, and then they deliver a new piano that's just not been regulated properly. And the dealers, for the most part, in my opinion of 45 years, do not want to. They can't afford to pay a technician to come in and make the pianos play really well. A lot of them can't, because they got all that rent they have to pay to get the brand name into the store. They have to have several locations. They have to commit to a lot of overhead up front. So the last thing they want to do is pay me. I'll just shut up and tune it. They don't want to have the work done to it to make it play well. What's not playing right? I can't even hardly tune it. It's not, how am I supposed to tune it if the keys aren't working? It's a brand new piano out of the box. So God bless you if you're going to do one of those type of pianos. But some new piano dealers do a great job. I'm not saying all of them do, but I hear horror stories, and they pay 3 times as much as what we're asking for this piano. We set the piano up for success. That's what the teachers want. Continued lessons is continued income for the teacher, right? And by our selfish reason is, if we regulate the action, get all the hammers moving the right way, they're not knocking each other, then you're not calling me every 5 minutes with service complaints with notes not working right. So we have quiet phones, quiet service, because people are happy, and then they start doing this. We don't have to have a drive-by location. People have to hunt to find us. We're in an industrial park. Very safe back here, but you got to come find me, right? And there's no fancy chandeliers on the wall. We're not all dressed up like funeral directors. We're piano technicians. We're too busy working on pianos to get all dressed up. It's not our style, none of us. So that's not a requirement to work here. It's a requirement to have a passion for the piano, and so it rubs off on the customer. All of us have that passion, and hopefully you'll have it too when you come in and see us. Call us, throw it in the shopping cart. Thanks.